Well, hello there. This doctor from Mayo continues. If you remember from a while back, I was waiting from a letter from the doctor, and I got that letter. And if you're coming from TikTok, I'm going to read you the letter I wrote back to this doctor. Now, I sent this doctor a snippet of one of my episodes. He has not seen this page, obviously. But he wrote me, I sent down all of my medical records down to Mayo because I was trying to get into the stiff person thing. Now hearing from support groups, I've been warned not to go to Mayo, and I'm not going there. I have a referral to movement, 2 different places for movement disorders, and I'm hoping that works out. That's the direction we're going in. But I'm going to read you the letter that I wrote to this same doctor that I gave this same speech to, who said he was going to do me a favor. But then when I told him that I needed help, he basically wrote me back saying some things about because my labs were negative up here, that goes against the evidence of stiff person, which is false. People can have negative GADs for years, and they can fluctuate, and you can still have stiff person. Also, the EMG, as I've talked about on this page, the doctor did not follow the protocol. I was not off my medication long enough for the EMG, which I believe I had a false negative. And then also he wanted me to get reevaluated for all of my disorders as well. But basically he wanted me to send up a kit up here to get evaluated before I went down there. And then he told me, for your craniocervical instability, I suggest evaluation with one of our spine neurosurgeon. For evaluation of your Ehlers-Danlos, I can try to get you a consultation with one of our physicians here who has expertise in it. Even though POTS can be associated with Ehlers-Danlos, it can be overdiagnosed. So I could offer an autonomic reflex screen test here and try to get a consultation with one of our subspecialists. The above is extensive, but I can't think of any shortcuts to evaluate your situation, give it its complexity. If you want me to proceed, let me know. So, basically, he knows that I will fight tooth and nail for what I want, and I basically, from everything put together and what I'm looking at, is that he's just trying to put roadblocks in the way so I don't come. This is the feeling I'm getting. This is what I wrote back. It took me a little bit over a week to write back because why is this man making me go through all of this testing again when I gave him all the medical documentations, CTs, MRIs, doctor's proof, blood tests? I gave him all of my medical records showing what I have gone through. On top of this is the same doctor that I gave him the long speech, and I said, this is what you've put me through. And he said, I've been humbled by it. Clearly, sir, you have learned nothing. So this is what I wrote back to him. I'm sorry this message took a while. I had to deal with a lot of appointments up here at first, and also I needed to process your message. I honestly had a hard time processing your message. I currently have a hematologist dealing with my iron and ferritin levels. I just finished my 2nd infusion, and sadly that did not go well. I had an anaphylactoid reaction in the infusion center. This is what I find weird about your message, that you wanted me to get tested for all of these things except for the mast cell activation syndrome. MCAS has a lot of neurological factors that are misunderstood, and it really needs more awareness and attention in the neurology, specifically neuroimmunology field in general, which is my primary controlling element of my body right now. It also can be connecting factors to stiff person. The book I'm about to quote is the book that basically helps break down all the disorders inside the EDS spectrum. It has been a great help for me. I highly recommend it. So now I quote, in some cases, they seem to occur secondary to mast cell activation syndrome, mast cell activation episodes. And in these patients, optimizing treatment of mast cell activation syndrome can help. A couple of my patients with abnormal movements have had abnormal antibodies to a protein called GAD65. They have also had other features of a condition called stiff person syndrome and responded to a treatment called treatment with muscle relaxants and an immune-acting medication called IVIG, unquote. The book is called Disjointed. I highly recommend it. You can get it on Amazon. This book has helped me greatly. My doctor, who is helping me, actually is in this book as well. It's called Disjointed, and in parentheses, Navigating the Diagnosis and Management of Hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos Syndrome and Hypermobility Spectrum Disorder, edited by Diana Joven. Now about the POTS statement. I'm currently going through that testing as well. I have a tilt table test at the end of the month. I have been on a heart monitor for a while. A lot of people get misdiagnosed with anxiety, sadly, and not get diagnosed with POTS. So far, I'm on a monitor. They have seen sinus tachycardia and PVCs. When we did get the at-home test, that's when doctor decided to do the tilt table test at the hospital. He's sort of a POTS specialist around here. So about my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, I sent you my documentation on that. People scramble all over the state to find this doctor. And then I put the name of my doctor. She specializes in zebras. She is the one that has helped me all along and is treating me for my complex things. Without her, I would be lost. She's the one connecting me to all of these great doctors currently. Also, she is the one who fought with my insurance company to help me get the upright MRI to diagnose my craniocervical instability. As you can see, you have a CT and MRI to show you that. I have sent you my medical documentation showing you all my medical records that verified my diagnosis, so I don't need to go through all of that testing again and have that to go through my insurance. I'm not going to throw you some quotes that I found from research articles. I won't argue facts on this and that. I do know for a fact, though, that there are people who are diagnosed without a positive GAD, and that is straight off the Cleveland Clinic website for stiff person. Also well aware that GAD can fluctuate. I know this journey can be long. I've lined up movement specialists up here in the cities. I feel like there's too many roadblocks in your treatment plan, and it feels like going backwards. I guess I will be pursuing other options. Thank you. I'm done with you. I've also decided that if I need to communicate with him again, communicate with MAYO again, that I don't need to communicate with his dirty butthole. Because he was being a gatekeeper to MAYO. He was being a gatekeeper to the person I needed to get to. Like, I needed to be talking to another person there, and he wasn't allowing me to get to that person. He was being this gatekeeper and being like, I'm not going to let you get here until you do all of these things. And it's like, he knows I am stubborn and persistent. But you have to advocate for yourself. If you've learned anything from watching my health journey, you have to advocate for yourself. At the beginning of my journey, I did not advocate for myself, and this is how I ended up in this sticky mess. Well, sir, you met a different person at the beginning of this. And he's starting to realize that. He thinks he can bulldoze me. Well, sir, I can bulldoze you too. And I'm sorry that you think I'm a different person and that you can play these games. Well, two people can tango here. So, it takes two to tango. That's what I was trying to say. So, I'm sorry, MAYO, but I'm out. I have been warned from every web page, every app that I am on, and I get a horrible feeling about that place. I will not go. Sam I am, green eggs and ham, hell no. I will not go. I could be bleeding from every hole, and I would rather go to where I'm going now than go down there. And I've learned a lot of things. Oh, look at that. Bing! Mayo Clinic portal just came through. I wonder if he just replied. I wonder if he just replied. Thank you for using patient online services. Should we see if he replied? This would be crazy if he replied while I was making this video. Sign in. Let's see, you guys. No, okay. They were thanking me for using their portal as a poop shoot. No, so I am done with that. Guys, if there's one thing to take away from this, I need you to self-advocate. You need to advocate for yourself. The first time you do it, you're going to be shaking in your boots and you're going to leave probably crying. But as long as you don't, just stay strong when you're in there. Stay strong when you're in there. Advocate for yourself. If something doesn't feel right, your instinct is probably correct. Do not let them walk over you. Do not get a wrong diagnosis. If you feel that diagnosis is not correct, keep fighting for the correct diagnosis, you guys. Stand up for yourself. Don't get wrong labels, because those labels stick with you. I'm about to go fight another doctor now at a different clinic. I love you guys. I'll update this and I'll link it to my TikTok. See you guys later. Oh, look, it's my baby. Come here. Yeah. This is Coco. Say hi. Okay, time to have breakfast. Peace, love, and Cookie Monsters. Stay good, you guys.